So, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. Oh my god, what is going on in this frigging case? We're now seeing... Hold on a second before we crack on. Check who's asleep. So we switch over to dog cam. He's proper asleep. He's so lazy. See? He's always sleeping. Such a lazy little rat. But there we go. That is the lazy dog. That is Milo. So what we're now hearing, don't know why I'm looking up there, cracking up in a. What we're now hearing is about miscommunication. We've got law enforcement who are turning around and saying, look, the property was targeted. So not one of the victims, but the property itself. Property, really? The property was targeted. So they had what? They had it out for the property itself? Why is that then? Then we have the prosecutor who's turning around and saying that one of the victims, one or more of the victims. So let's read between the lines there, one or more. So have they just pulled out of thin air, or has there been a conversation that perhaps two people were the victims? And if that's the case, then what two of these would be the most linked? But anyway, I digress. As usual, look, I digress. Now, this isn't a joke. This is about as serious as it gets. Where are we at the moment? The reality is this. The harsh reality is this. We have 4 dead students who have been murdered at the hands of someone who... You can go down kind of 2 routes with this. Now, you can either say that this is an unfound serial killer, couldn't you? You could say that they've done this before, this isn't their first time, and they're going to get away with it because they've got away with it in the past. Or you've got someone who is severely emotionally unstable. The sheer ferocity that we're kind of hearing, and look, we can hear certain things, but well, at the end of the day, 4 students have been stabbed to death, so that's bad in itself. But when you start listening to people who are coming out and speaking specifically about what that scene was like, this is someone who is incredibly, incredibly dangerous. And I would say that we're looking for someone who is very close to ground zero. And how are people supposed to feel safe? How can law enforcement, if they were to come out now and say, right, everyone is safe, could you trust that information? Could you truly trust that you would be safe to walk the streets? What are these students going to think when they're in their beds at night? What are they going to be doing? Barricading their doors, locking everything, putting stuff... This isn't right. Law enforcement's sole purpose is to protect and serve, to protect people from being harmed, to serve them in their time of need, to the absolute best of their ability. And at the moment, we can't get anything right in this area. We're hearing of multiple things that have happened where law enforcement have gone out and they have failed to raise a report on it. So there's no paper trail to help them with things that have cropped up. Remember, so have you heard of Bird's Triangle? Bird's Triangle was something that was built as part of like businesses. And it was when something happens, there are usually warning signs that lead you there. And when police go out and they are not reporting things, oh my God. When law enforcement go out and they're not reporting things, they are removing sections of that triangle. They are removing where they can go back and say, this happened, that happened, and this is going to help break this case because they've got reference points, things that could have led to it. You know, this is their sole purpose, to go out to stop things happening. Even on the very night itself that this happened, they were out on the field that was a few steps away from the property where this took place at 3:01. There was a call. Now, what do we know more about that? And look, maybe we don't need to know more about it. But the point being is, this is just another thing that's happened around this place. And obviously, law enforcement didn't feel the need to have a presence in this area. But it does then lead you to think, hold on a second. So someone has gone into this property. They've done what they've done. They've got out of this property. It would appear at the moment that they've not left any evidence that you would expect after being involved in this murder outside. And they've got away scot-free in a heartbeat. Now, that frat house is, again, about a 25 to 30 second walk from this house. Within a minute. That's how close it is. That's how close it is. It's not like these people are walking and there's loads of places where you can vanish. This is like a rabbit warren. But there's property everywhere. Someone could have been looking out of a window. They could have a camera. This is someone who was very, very confident that they would either not get questioned if they were seen, or they didn't give a fuck if they were seen. But what are law enforcement doing? Truly, what are they doing? Was somebody targeted? Were they not? Is the public safe? Are they not? That is a very, very simple thing to put out. And it's something that the public around there, the students, everybody has the right to know. Either way, if these people are not safe, then tell them they are not safe. And put in measures to make sure that they are as safe as they can be. But do your fucking due diligence and tell people the truth. Do not say that people are safe if they're not. Do not say that this was a targeted attack if it was not. But sort it out and tell the truth. Because this is not good enough. Not good enough at all. We've got a dangerous person who is out. We're now weeks down the track with nothing, absolutely nothing. And all we are seeing is complete and utter incompetence yet again. I'll catch you all in the next one.